Okay, I guess we're now unmuted. Welcome everybody to the IGTS version of 2019. I'm Galen 4. Oh my god, wait a minute. I'm going to be commentator for the settings of this stage. Later we are going to start with the showcase, but first with the settings, and I'm here with Omicron.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the second iteration of IGTS. I'm excited to see all the teams play this year.
Yeah, me too, because we basically increased the numbers of players and teams, and actually we have really cool changes about the teams. To many of these teams change of seats, and basically we are going to see something similar than TWC this year, but let's see first.
Yeah, we have 32 teams this year. That's a big step up from last year. And a lot of interesting countries that I would not expect to play in a tournament like this. We got Greece, for example, pretty small country. I'm interested to see them.
Yeah, sadly we don't have Italy, and so... But we have most of the TWC teams this year, and some newcomers teams that basically are never participated in the TWC, and here we have the seedings. As you can see, Japan is top seed this year, which is basically really scary. But in the scale of United States, we have two teams in the United States that are basically top seed, which is going to be really, really tough, to be honest.
Yeah, a bunch of countries have two teams for their own country. For example, Indonesia and France as well.
Yeah, because... Wait, what?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of interesting countries here. A lot of countries have come back from last year too. I'm glad to see countries like the Netherlands and Ecuador back in the game.
Yeah, to be honest, it was really hard to form a Ecuador team this year, but at least we achieved to be low seed. And the thing that Netherlands was the top second team last year. This year is only it's low seed, and we don't have the Malaysia team because Malaysia was basically the yeah, where's Malaysia? It was the top. It was a top seed last year, and they were the winners of last year. And this year we barely made a Netherlands team, and we didn't achieve to make a Malaysia team. So that's pretty curious to say about it.
Yeah, the Netherlands team. We had 5 players last year. It's a completely new roster. I think most of the countries have completely new rosters. There's a few people that have played last year that are still playing this year, but we will get to that.
The thing is that countries like that are newcomers like Ireland or Greece, you have 2 players, so let's see if they can manage to be active in this tournament. Well, I guess that last year that happened as well. We have less teams with teams only with 2 players, and we have a lot of win by defaults, but I hope this tournament have less win by defaults than last year.
Yes, teams with 2 players, they for sure have they don't have an advantage exactly, but they still can do pretty well in tournaments. So you know, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Okay, so Playa, what does this thing mean? Basically, this basically means that, well, it's the method where you basically put the teams and organize it basically in the ranked, that organizes the teams in order to make the groups and basically do the group stages and matches easier. Because many teams have different rank ranges between the 2 top players, and depending on the rank top they have, they achieve a seed, and that's basically what is a seed means.
Yeah, there's going to be 8 groups of 4 teams, and each group will consist of 1 team from every seed. So 1 top seed, 1 high seed, 1 low seed, and 1 unseed per group.
Yeah. For example, Greece barely made it. There were 2 teams that couldn't made it.
Yeah, Israel and Russia, I believe, they unfortunately did not make it.
Yeah, they did have a team, but Russia, sadly, in the screening phase, they lost their best player and got their seeding were basically lower than the other teams, and Greece made it. So we're starting with the seedings, which is going to be really interesting. We are starting with the top seeds.
They said to start. Whoa, my volume is really loud. Sorry. They said to start with the unseeded teams first.
Oh, yeah. Shaking my head.
So these are the bottom 8 teams that qualified.
This year, Singapore is unstated, which is really incomprehensible. They lost most of the players last year, and the only player that is back this year for Singapore, I think, is Uchiji.
Yeah, and all the other teams are brand new. So all new players. I'm excited to see them in action.
All right, let's get this started. And first team is Finland.
I really hate live stream delay.
So Finland, interesting team. They have 5 players actually, a full team, with their captain Otto, with Zoel, Kurumia, Essieni, and Wonderful. So yeah, that's a big advantage having 5 players in your team. Always, you have a lot of diversity. You can swap players whenever you want. So that's a big advantage that you want to have as a team. So
They
I
didn't
think
they didn't have a team. Continue. Sorry.
So yeah, despite being unseeded, I think they're gonna do pretty well with their full roster. So they can, they have coverage in every area. You can use people for every mod. So that's a big advantage for them.
They didn't have a team this year, and through the registration phase, they barely made a five player roster, because the last 4 players registered in the last days of the tournament. Registration, what is really insane, really.
So let's move on to Group B.
Greece.
So this is the team I was talking about, like one of the underdogs, which consists of Veike and Kagamine Amy. So 2 players, small team, but you cannot underestimate teams with 2 players. It's still a full team, so they're full of surprises. They are pretty low ranked, but again, rank doesn't mean too much in tournaments like these because it's mostly about consistency and performance. So as long as you can be consistent with your scores, you should be fine as a team. So definitely looking forward to seeing Greece play in this tournament.
In TWC, they also had 2 players roster, and in the IGTS they as well. Let's see how they perform. Next team for unseeded.
France B.
France B. So France has 2 teams in this tournament. One is unseeded and one is all the way up in high seed. France B, they consist of Lyceria Miku, Panda 1, Art Swim, and Kamaboko 117. So one thing I noticed about this team is that they have a lot of hard rock players. So that's one area they're really good at. I'm sure they're good at consistency as well, like no mod and stuff. But yeah, another 5-player team. That's a big advantage for them. I think they will be doing well, especially for an unseeded team.
Wait, France B has 5 players or 4?
Oh my bad, they have 4 players.
Yeah, they have.
But
4.
that's still a lot of players though.
Yeah. Let's see, what's the unseeded team for Group D?
Singapore.
Okay, this team, Singapore, which is formed. Wait a minute, that made me turn the other side. Okay, this is a 3-player roster. We have as captain Uchijin, which is a comeback player from last year. and the other players are C5H10 and Rotom Paper 4. The Eugene is the highest ranked player, and that's why this team is unseated, because they have a pretty big difference between the ranks of the players. But as Omicron said, rank doesn't mean much in this tournament. It basically means your performance and your consistency. And let's see how this team performs. Last year they performed pretty well, even though they didn't reach the farming tournament. I think they lost in round 16. But I think they're going to be a pretty tough team for the unseeded. So be careful with them.
All right, next team. It's UK.
United Kingdom. They surprisingly did not have a team last year. But this year, they have 4 players. Hammy Games, Ollie, Livo, and Chicago Ted 7172. So, yeah, interesting team. They have 1 player who is rank 3,500, so like barely on the limit, and the others are like rank 9,000. So we're probably gonna see a carry for most maps, but again, rank doesn't mean too much in tournaments like these. But yeah, I can see why they're unseeded, but I think they will perform pretty well. I have pretty good expectations about the United Kingdom.
Denmark.
There's a lot of European teams in the unseeded section. So Denmark is one of those 2-player teams, consisting of XUU and Racer 1234. Now, I've not seen a lot about these players. I know that Racer, he played in OWC, so he knows stuff about rhythm games.
He knows how to play.
He knows how to game, so that's one thing to look out for. But yeah, I'm curious to see how they're gonna play.
We only have got 2 last teams for unseeded, which are Ireland and Peru.
Peru is next.
2 new teams. And Peru is next for Group D. And I want to talk about this team because I barely made this team. I thought since the beginning that they didn't could have a team. But it seems they have 2 players active, and I measured them in game, and I actually achieved to make this team. This team is made by 2 players, which are Spiller Sync and Adrian Cava. One of these players, Spiller Sync, is basically the captain and the highest ranked player of the team. I don't really know much about them, but I know that whenever they participate, I hope they have fun in this tournament, because Peru is one of those teams that never achieve played in TWC, and I hope they perform great in this tournament at least. Yeah.
Any predictions on the next team?
I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go with Ireland for the last group. Another.
I think last group is going to be Malaysia, dude. I hope.
Maybe. You never know.
Perhaps.
You're fired at Game Line.
Oh.
Sad. So yeah, Ireland, consisting of Kawaii Lily and Wizardy Ninja. So these both are about rank 6,000, like just above that, or just below that, I mean. And yeah, I think this is another one of those underdogs that you don't expect to do well, but I think they will be performing pretty well, because I've seen a bit of these players. I think they're very consistent in performance, and I think they can make some really nice scores, especially in the early stages where maps are easier. So I would not be surprised if a few of these unseeded teams would make it out of the group stage.
We're jumping on for the low seed teams. Which we have Germany, Canada, Indonesia, Ecuador, Netherlands, Colombia, Argentina, and Switzerland.
I'm having
South
problems.
Yeah. I'm just trying to improvise. Please don't damage it.
Thank you. It's not letting me load the next group.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, there it is.
Disasters.
Finally. We have 3 South American teams in this low city.
Yes.
Makes me
when
sad.
when it comes to geographical location, it's pretty balanced actually. We have 10 Asian teams, 12 European teams, and 10 teams from the Americas.
Yeah.
It's not going to be fun to schedule, but it's fun to be watching those matches.
All right, let's go with the. We can actually see who's facing who. Group A. That's going to be Germany.
Germany. So Germany this year has Heem as the captain again. Sarah is weird, Molraf, and Felicia Yuki. So yeah, Germany is an interesting team. Heem participated last year, of course, as also a low-seeded team, and they ended up on 4th place. So seed really doesn't mean that much when it comes to skill and performance, and it's definitely a team to look out for. I think they know what they're doing, just like they did last year. So yeah, I'm excited to see them play.
Last year, that team was my nightmare. I was a player for record last year. And it was really scary because both matches we lost 5-0. It was really disappointing for me. Let's see how they perform this year at least.
Yeah, they do have mostly a new team, so that's going to be refreshing.
Yeah.
All right, Group B, Switzerland.
Switzerland, neighbors of Germany, and also of France. They have Hard Neighbor, Dusty Flow, Basti 78, and Shitsue. So yeah, 4 players in this team. They did not have a team last year, but from what I've seen, these players are pretty good, consistent, especially at Nomad. So yeah, I think they have a good chance of exiting the group stage.
Group C has Ecuador.
Yeah, my team. Okay. What I have to say about this team. There are 2 players that are coming back from the last year that are Etsu and me, which last year was named Kato. What I have to say, it was really hard to make this team because I thought at first that we couldn't barely made a team this year. But actually Etsu was available and Enemy as well, and suddenly Mike appeared and we had a team. The thing I have to say is this team is I don't think they are going to be as good as last year with DT, but I'm basically a biased commentator. Please don't crush this team. I love them.
Well, I mean, you don't have Gameline coming back, so that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm not. I rank too much. Even though I have the skill of this tournament, I rank too much. That's my failure. But yeah, this year you have Anime as captain because he's better at English than me too. And please, don't underestimate this team. I hope they get out of group stage. Please.
Let's hope for the best.
Next up, we have Netherlands.
The Netherlands. So that's a completely new roster. 3 people. They have Lukitsa, 124, Svero, and Mr. Helix. So yeah, they're low seeded this time. Last year they were high seeded. Came 2nd place. So this team, yeah, I think they're not going to do as well as last year, sadly, but I still have my hopes up. I think they can perform really well and, have some surprise people with their performance. I think they're very consistent with no mod and just mods in general. So yeah, I'm interested to see them play this year, and I hope they get out of the group stage.
Group B.
Is this going to be a tradition?
Oh, it's Argentina.
Argentina. Let's see what I have to say about this team, because two of their players last year are coming back from this year. Last year they only had two players, which are M6. I'm not going to hold that name or unplug it as we know him, and Cleo. And this year we have two new players for this team, which are Chrono Stark and CK. What I have to say is that the captain of this team is a mapper, so you know what happens with mappers. They're really good at gaming as well.
Gamers.
Yeah, they didn't made it from the group stage I think last year, but I hope this year they made it through group stage. We have a pretty good team this year because two of their players are pretty underranked. So let's see how this goes.
All right, Group F. We have Canada,
Canadian teams, okay. The team, okay. Canada this year have one of their players coming back. I think no, never mind. Jan tell me was pitched by rank this year, sadly. But they have a new team this year, which is pretty interesting. They have a four player team, and even though they are low seed, their ranks are pretty even. They have a low difference between their ranks, so that's an advantage because they have a pretty similar skill set. And last year, even though that they made it through group stage, we have to remember the format of last year that allowed 4 teams to get out of group stage. But this year, only two teams of every group are going to all be able to out of the group stage, which is more difficult this year. I hope they get out of group stage as every team I said. I don't know why.
I mean, you have to hope for the best for every team, right?
Yeah. But only the best gamers are going to get out of group stage and going to shine in this tournament.
Indonesia B.
Indonesia B. So, Indonesia has 2 teams this year, and the lower seeded one has Lollyboys ASMR as captain, playing along with KZL, Elteras, and Lisieux. So yeah, Indonesia had a full team last year. This year they have 2 separate teams because they have a lot of players. And yeah, I'm surprised that they're low seeded this year because they look like really solid players. So I think they're definitely a match for the high seeded team and maybe even the top seed. And yeah, just a pretty solid team in general.
It's pretty respectable because they have two teams from the same country.
Yeah, that means
okay,
that.
Last team for low seed is Colombia. Here we have the comeback of Colombia with this time 3 players. I hope they don't lose by default here. One of the captain was chosen Diomedes Daza. Even though I thought it was going to be Juanissimo, but there's one player coming back, which is Juanissimo, and 2 new players. Diomedes Daza, which is a Mania player main, but I guess he plays Psycho as well, so he basically joined. And Carrerosu, a player that I don't know that much about him because he just started playing again the game, but they have a new roster this year besides Juanissimo, and I know that Juanissimo is a really great player that actually come back to the game again. So, good luck.
So that's it for the low seeded teams. We're now going to move on to the high seeded teams. We're going to see an increase of Asian teams and a decrease of European teams as we get to the higher seeded teams. There's only 2 European teams in the high seed.
One ocean. There's Australia. Australia being Australia.
Does that count as Asia?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a gray area, I think.
Australia counts as Australia. That's it. Australia is a continent. We'll have to call it like that. Upside down.
I guess so.
All right. Group A starting now. We have Indonesia A.
Okay, so this is the other Indonesian team. And this year, they have two players that have also participated in last year. Captain Reed 405 and Viewland. And they have a new player, Moka-san, playing along with them. So yeah, looks like a really good team. They unfortunately didn't do that well last year. They came like round of 16. I mean, it's decent, but I expected more. But I think this year is their chance to really get far into this tournament. They have experience in tournaments. They know how it all works. So I think they're going to do really well this year.
I think it's pretty curious that Indonesia A has less players than Indonesia B, but at the end, Indonesia A had a higher seed than Indonesia B.
Yeah. There was a chance that they would have had to play against each other, but thankfully that's not the case.
Next we have Philippines. Nobody has this region. Okay.
So they consist of Iron 8 as captain, with Finn B, FBX Osu, Tropical, and Jacarandang. So yeah, 5 players. Just that gives them a big advantage, of course. They have pretty high ranks, all of them, except for one. So I expect them to do well this tournament. And yeah, just looks like a solid team overall.
We haven't reached the Sandbaggers team yet, so just wait for Japan.
Looks like we got Australia next.
Why? Okay, we have Australia in the Group C. What can I say about this team? Okay, let's see. Australia, they have 4 players this year, with Captain Solidar, which is a player that played in BTT, and suddenly since BTT, he basically ranked so much that was early in the limit of the tournament rank registration limit. And this year we have Solidar as captain, Olympus, and Scott Ablanqueando. And they have pretty different ranks, but they have one player for each rank. Like Solidar being the highest ranked, that Olympus with 5k and 7k and 8k respectively. And I don't know what else I have to say. I don't really know most of these players. They don't have any player coming back this year from last roster of last year. But I guess a new team with new players is also better. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah, the Australia team last year actually took the overall number 1 seed US to tiebreaker in group stage. So that was interesting. France A.
France A. Yeah. So France A has Lady Lag as the captain, along with Ladybug, Mimir, Musclor, and Kaho Hinata. So yeah, they're in the high seat as opposed to the other French team. So the pressure's on them to make it out of the group stage. But I think they're going to be alright because they have 5 players. And yeah, again, just pretty high ranks. So I expect some consistency from a team like France. And yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to perform.
We have 4 teams left. Let's see which team is going to arrive for Group E.
Mexico.
Okay. Mexico, they almost did have two teams this year, but only achieved one team of 5 players because one of their, or I think two of their players, got out from the tournament because screening phase. For any reason, I don't really know. We don't really know. And this year they have 4 players, but I think one of their players just quit, which is Gus Palo Alto, and their captain is Croqueto. And I know the other players like El Cortez. These players are mostly no mode based, but I never saw them playing a mod. So I guess it's a really great experience playing a tournament for learning new things like mods and stuff.
Yeah, I think many of these players are pretty new to mods, so that's interesting.
Next we have China.
China. So they did not have a team last year, but this year they have Nisoko as the leader, with Ivo Ryu, Dusat, and Flander Scott. Interesting name. So, yeah, China, that's a big country, obviously, so they have quite a few players. So I'm surprised they didn't have a team last year. But yeah, they have pretty good ranks overall. Nomad players mostly. So I think, yeah, I don't know what to expect from this team. But I think they're going to do well.
Two teams left: Chile and Poland.
Chile is next. Ooh, in with Peru.
Okay, two South American teams in the same group. Interesting. What can I say about Chile? They again made it this year. They have 5 players, and the captain is Nando, which is as well the highest ranked player of the team. Their players are Yoako, 321, Takeshi Hiroshi, Suyori Potato, and NYPD. What can I say is that most of the players are nomad bases as well, but I think one of these players can do hard rock. I didn't saw that much in their profiles, but as you can maybe say, profiles don't mean that much in mods because Scorby 2 exists, and that's the thing. You can basically send back other players by just playing Scorby 2 and being a freaking underranked player, and in the actual tournament, be the god of the tournament.
So that means we got Poland B for the other team.
Yeah, Poland did also not have a team last year, but now they have 2 teams. This one consists of Captain Daru, along with Bowash, Last Minute 7, and Conrad 20050. So I think this team's gonna do really well. They should not be high seed if you ask me. I've played against Bowash. I know what he can do. He's a very good and consistent player, and the other teammates also look really solid for their ranks, especially. So yeah, I have no doubts about them. They're gonna perform really well this tournament. I don't think they will have too much difficulty getting out of the group stage. So that's it for the high-seeded teams. Now we will move on to the top-seeded teams. So these in ranks are the highest. It doesn't mean they're the best in skill, but you can expect a lot from them. And as you can see, it's a lot of Asian teams, American teams, and just one European team in the top seed.
These top seeds of this year are pretty similar of TWC, to be honest. Being Japan the highest top seed. Yeah, and United States have 2 teams in top seed, which is really amazing to say.
Yeah, United States, they came 3rd last year. And they almost had 2 teams that year too, but they only had 1.
Okay. This will be the last team for Group A. And it's Taiwan.
Okay, Taiwan. Are you going to talk about Taiwan or me?
I can talk about Taiwan. So, the interesting thing, Taiwan has a lot of Taiko players, but they did not have a team last year. That was very peculiar. But now they have a full 5-man team with Eve Rux as the captain, playing with Nil Uar, Twin Light, iPad Siri, and Dweiler. So, except for one, all of them are pretty much rank 3,500 or close to that. So that's very scary thing to see. And yeah, I expect them to do really well. They look like one of the strongest teams, if you ask me, in this entire tournament.
Group B, we have Poland A.
Poland A, the highest ranked European team, with Beat Goat as the captain, playing with Collapse, Mooney Wolf, and Lama Aka Imi. So what I found interesting about this team is that they have a lot of easy players, which is not going to be a mod that's going to be played in this tournament, sadly. But it is interesting to point out. So, they're familiar with mods, at least. And I think that gives them an advantage.
Group C, we have Japan.
Okay, Japan. In this case, last year Japan was just high-seeded team and they made it pretty far of the tournament, but didn't make it number one as we always expect for a country-based tournament.
They only had 2 players.
But what I can say this year is that congratulations Japan for winning. Now it's a joke. It's because most of the players are really good. Like 2 of their players were when the rank cut was made. 2 of their players were basically 5 ranks away just to be eliminated. And their captain is Rin Natsume, and their players are TK Bitnender, Muki-chan, GPN or Japan, and Ailk. What I can say is that one of the players, TK Bitnender, is a really great HD player. And you know what's happening when an HD player can act in converts. And that's really insane. So, good luck. I don't like Japan being in Group C, but good luck players that are going to against this huge team.
Yeah, scary looking team.
South Korea is next.
South Korea. So another Asian team that didn't have a team last year. This year they have Civil Oath as the captain with Androl, Wang E, and Hoshikuz. So yeah, top seed. I don't know much about these players. I don't have a lot to say about them, sadly. But I think it will make some pretty interesting matchups against the other teams in the group across 2 continents. So yeah, I think South Korea, they came 3rd in Taiko World Cup this year. So maybe that says something about South Korean players in IGTS.
USB.
I was expecting to say that. Okay, we have USB, United States B, which is a really funny name for this group E. And what I have to say about this thing is that it's really interesting having 2 United States teams at top seed. They have the captain Binsu, which is also a commentator for this tournament. Other players like White XL, Carloman, Slapman, and Tis Red. And Tis Red is a player that I have seen in some tournaments like Suigi, and I have seen his progress in this game. So, what I have to say, this is a pretty scary team. I don't know. I don't know if this is as scary as the USA A team, but you have to take care about of this thing. Yeah, realistically.
And USA A.
So the other American team, this year playing with Swolvine as captain, Stan G.
Okay.
Friend, Insane Show, KB131313, and Cyclorin. So yeah, Swolvine, he was the captain of last year's USA team as well. He didn't play that much though, but I think he has improved this year, so he will probably get to play more. And his teammates are just looking very solid in terms of ranks and just coverage. They have all sorts of. I think they have pretty good players for every mod. So yeah, just really solid team overall, and I definitely see them getting one of the top spots this year.
We have two teams left: Brazil and Hong Kong.
And we have Brazil. Oh, nice.
What can I say about Brazil? They have a new team this year. It's a pretty scary team as well. One of their players barely was kicked out of the tournament because his top plays are pretty insane for that rank, but the accuracy that he had in that top place basically allowed him to join. And this player I'm talking about is Guga 2000 thing. And the captain of this team is Kaio MC. Other players are Nozomi Toyo, Canis, and Matsuo Kakun. One of these players I think was in BTT, and another player was in Take a Brazilian tournament. What can I say? These players are pretty good at consistency, and I don't really know if they are good at any mod, but I mean you have to take care of the top 6 teams. To be honest, that's a common rule in a tournament.
So that leaves Hong Kong for Group H. So Hong Kong this year, they play with Brown 918 as captain, with Shikuro Rei, Zyner X, and Isolated. I think Isolated played last year too for IGTS. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they were high seed last time as well, with a few default losses. I hope that doesn't happen again this year. But yeah, they look like a consistent team. Some interesting players. I'm not too familiar with them. So again, I'm interested to see these matchups. I think especially versus Poland is going to be very interesting. And I'm looking forward to watching that match.
So here we have the group drawings ended. What can I say about the groups? I mean,
You could say they're pretty diverse.
yeah, and that diversity is going to basically hearts and brains to try this schedule. Mainly in the Group C, because Australia and Japan, and suddenly we have Ecuador and France in a single group, which those are like 15 hours of difference, 16 hours of difference. That is going to be really insane. So good luck to the schedulers.
Yeah, I think actually quite a few of these groups have 3 continents playing in them. So that's not going to be too much fun to schedule, but I think it will be worth it. And we're going to see a few great matches, a lot of close matches in the group stage.
I'm excited for Group G because it's South America and Indonesia, meaning the matches will be later, I assume. I'll be awake for them.
Yeah. Well, I guess we have Bedweir for the A-ship matches, so we're okay. I think.
Yeah.
I hope we're going to try to stream most of them. So, but as most of the tournaments we can stream the whole matchup for group stage, which is basically almost impossible. But we will try to stream most of them. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, please. We need money.
So yeah, I think that's it for the seedings. But we will be back in about 10 minutes, I believe, for the Mappool showcase. We will be displaying all the maps that will be played for the group stage of IGTS. So yeah, stay tuned.
We will have other commentaries jumping off for a showcase, so we are basically going out. Thank you for watching these settings on group drawings. Stay tuned for 10 minutes for showcase. The maps are pretty interesting. So bye bye. Thank you for watching.
Alright, we're gonna transition over to the Mappool showcase in a few minutes, just getting things set up here and getting all the commentators in the room. It's gonna be about 5 to 10 minutes.
haciendo para todos los bailadores con esta rola que dice... 1, 2, 3, 4. ¡Eso! ¡Qué bárbaro! ¡Qué bárbaro! 1, 2, 3, 4. Y esto es... ¿En cero?
Okay, we're gonna start the Mappool preview now.
Nice.
¡Rola! 1, 2, 3, 4. Eso, eso, eso.
So we're back,
Síguele bailando.
and
Hello, guys.
we have Poi and Anon X here to talk about the Mappool.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, everyone.
So-
just
Good.
yeah, yeah, just like a quick introduction. I'm Anox. I'm Brazilian. I played in the first edition of IGTS. Obviously, I was playing Brazilian team. I was the captain, and we went quite far, but we lost to United States. I think in the semifinals, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, and now I'm back, not as a player, but as a bit of everything. So, hello, guys.
Me? It's me now?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes.
I'm definitely a cat, so whatever. I'm the Mappool. And yeah, I mostly do nothing here. So enjoy, enjoy the pool, and yeah, that's all.
Let's see what awaits us. I remember that we had like the first no mod last year was Shattered Dreams, and
Yeah, I was also the Mappool last year, so
yeah, I didn't have enough time to check like all the map because I had a lot of things to do. So the first one is Tiervid, quite the standard map, standard Muzakashi map. We have a little bit of triplets, all monocolor, either Don or Katsu. And it's not a really long map, 2.5 minutes if I'm not mistaken. The BPM is quite okay as well. So it's like an accuracy map basically. It's definitely going to the matches are definitely going to be decided through accuracy. So,
yeah, mostly we picked it for the density
yeah.
because a lot of triplets and everything. Yeah, the BPM is a bit fast, 195. So yeah.
Yeah, it's quite okay. It's like I think it's either not fast for anyone and it's not slow for anyone as well.
Yeah, it's just
Quite-
average BPM for Psycho. So yeah.
Yeah, it's quite in the mid tier, so it's quite the standard map. I think everyone's going to pick this map probably.
Yeah, there's nothing interesting in this map, just normal Musikashi.
Yeah, we don't have any complications or any difficult patterns. It's like I said, it's only like the biggest pattern here. It's going to be like in 1-4. It's going to be a triple Dawn or a Katsu. So it's quite okay. You don't have weird snappings as well. You don't have doubles. So, like I said, it's quite the accuracy map. There's like There's no surprises throughout the map. It's quite chill, quite okay. An easy map.
Yeah, pretty well.
So
Yeah, I
it's-
can play this map too, even I didn't play Taiko a lot.
Since we forgot to mention at the beginning, there are 4 nomads, 2 hidden.
Oh yeah, this is Nomad 1, obviously.
2 hard rock, 2 double time, 3 free mod, and then the tiebreaker.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the
Free
mapper is Kokatsu, and yeah, it's
Yeah, it's quite
pretty.
chill. The free mods is standard if you did not read the rules and regulations. The free mods are going to be quite like the standard as well. It's either hard work or hidden, and at least one person in the team has to have a no mod when a free mod is speaking. And yeah, that's basically it for the first map, for the first no mod. And here we go to the second no mod.
Yeah, the second one is Liberation by IGTS. The mapper is Yachio. Star rating is 3.37. OD NSP is also 5. BPM is 150. Yeah, the length is
Yeah,
2 minutes 8 seconds.
Cool. It's basically this map is like Boy said, it's 150 BPM, and
Yeah,
man,
pretty cool.
doubles all around.
Yeah, the
Don't-
overall pattern is double with mixed with 3 flat and or even 5 flat there.
Yeah,
Yeah, mono
Uh,
downs. Repet
yeah.
mono.
Those that have a higher accuracy, they're going to show their abilities in this map because yeah, you need like a really nice accuracy, and it's quite difficult to have a nice accuracy like with 150 BPM. And with doubles as well. So
The doubles is pretty interesting for me. I like this map because yeah, it has some uncommon rhythms. Yeah, basically interesting map for me. I like this.
and it's full all time. By the way, who did this place? By the way, who played these maps?
I don't know.
Full all around.
I think it's auto. I don't know.
Might be a,
They didn't tell me who played
Oh,
this
Zelda.
map.
it might be a Tekken World Cup player.
Well, we just saw like the biggest pattern in the map. It's like a little, just a really small stream, a really small pattern of 4 zones with Katsu in the end. That's literally the most complicated pattern in the map. The real challenge here is going to be the low BPM and the doubles, I think, because doubles are
Yeah,
a
this
bit
is the
dangerous.
only difficulty for this pool. So yeah,
Yeah.
but it's easy though. Don't worry. Everyone can play this.
Thanks, Emina. Bad rear, full ulting all around. And the next map, if we just saw like the low BPM map, now we're going to see the high BPM map.
Yeah, Japanese. Europa Jukaigo by Lon, and the mapper is low. Starting is 3.48. OD and HP is also 5. BPM is a bit fast, 216, and it's 3 minutes 5 seconds long.
Yeah, that's for now. So far, that's the lowest map so far. That's the third no mod, and yeah, it's quite the opposite of the last one. We don't have any doubles, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember really well, we don't have any doubles. We have like some small triplets, but no bigger surprises here. No weird snapping as well. So it's basically the same as the first map, but with higher BPM and a little bit longer. But
Yeah,
I
this
think
is a simple map.
Yeah, exactly. I think though that this map is easier to get accuracy. So if you're not that strong in accuracy and you're a faster player, you might pick this map to see if you can force any mistakes on your opponent's team.
Yeah, nothing is trading for this. Just a simple map. But Anon, are you there?
I believe he's muted currently.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just came back. Sorry. Like I told you guys, I'm at work, so sometimes I might mute myself for a second. But yeah, sorry. Did you guys ask me something or something like this?
Nah.
So this one's a lot longer than the last two maps.
Yeah, exactly. The last two maps, they are 2.5 and 2 minutes long. This one is 3 minutes and 10 or something like this. 3 minutes and 10, 3 minutes and 20. But quite the standard map as well, just a little bit faster. I think it's 220 BPM or 215 BPM.
216 BPM.
Almost there. Almost got it. But yeah, you have a lot less triples, exactly because you have like a higher BPM. When you have a higher BPM and you want to maintain the SR, you'll make the map less dense. And that's what we see here. You have less triplets, you have less patterns, and a faster map. So we're now going to the fourth no mod, also known as EX. And here we go. So the fourth map is Architect. Architect, it's quite the opposite of the last three maps. This map has SVs. This map has patterns more difficult. You have snappings, weird snappings. So triples all around. You can miss, you can lose accuracy all throughout the map. So for those that are not used to this type of map, yeah, some drops and some misses.
Yeah, it's typically a normal Nifty's map, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of SV change. And
You start to see some patterns like KKD, KDK, sorry, and yeah, it's a little bit more difficult. For those that are quite confident in their ability and their accuracy, they can pick this map to force a mistake on their opponents. And yeah, you'll see that you have SV changes. You have already seen that we have SV changes. We have weird snappings. It's a little bit more complicated.
yeah, the rhythm choice is a bit tricky, but yeah, it's still fine. People can do this. Yeah, pretty sure.
Thank you, Ski. Thank you. I love you. Thanks for stepping in. I love you. But yeah, this map is not long. At least I think it's around 2 minutes long as well.
It's 3 minutes and
3 minutes.
34. Yeah, 3 minutes 34.
Oh, so it's actually the longest map. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, the number 2 longest map. Oh no, it's not.
Gaps are so long between notes, you have enough time to reflect on how badly you need to win the map or get knocked out. Exactly. That's one of the problems here in this map. you're not constantly playing. You have a few breaks. That in these few breaks you might get a little bit more nervous, and you might do like some stupid mistakes. It happens. But yeah, if you want to force a mistake on your opponent's board, you can pick this map. And if you're confident with your accuracy and your ability, you can pick this map. But it's quite the tricky one. Like I said, I think the biggest problem here is the snappings, where you can drop your ACC or either get a miss as well. So yeah. And you have like this part of like full Katsus that you can drop a CC as well if you're not careful. But yeah, it's a classical.
I think
It's a
this is
classical EX map.
the hardest
Yeah,
mode map, I think.
it's a classical EX map. And we're done with no mods so far. And let's see for the first mod we're going to see hidden maps that I really like the picks on this one. You don't have like it's not going to be an easy life for those that are not really good with HD. You're probably going to definitely ban this one, ban both of these. You're going to want to ban both of these, but you can't because you only have one ban. But here we go for the hidden. For the first hidden, we have a slow BPM hidden map. It's 150 BPM. I think it's between 150 and 160 BPM, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah. For those as well that are not used to hidden maps, this is going to be a tricky one. You'll have triples, but you have doubles as well.
Yeah, it's Japanese, so I don't want to mess up the title or the artist. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to try as well.
You guys can read it. I'm not gonna read it. Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway, I like the anime, so yeah. This one is gonna be uncool.
Yeah, you don't have like a lot of surprises throughout the map. It's quite a standard one, let's say. But like I said, you have a few doublets, you have a few triplets, and it's low BPM HD, so it's going to be really accuracy heavy. And yeah, you have to do really well on this one. You can easily get lost, lose track of the song. You have to be pretty cautious. I think it's an exhausting map overall, exactly because you have to be really careful and pay really attention to get your accuracy on point. And yeah, the teams that have HD players, hidden players, they're going to have a strong pick on this one.
Yeah, it's also 2 minutes long, so yeah. Careful. You might drop your SC.
I can see.
The OD is 5, so not hard.
Sorry, what did you think?
Oh, I can see this being banned
OD
by a lot
and
of
SP
teams.
is 5 and 4.
Sorry, I didn't get you again.
Yeah, OD and HP is 5 and 4, so yeah. It's not that hard.
Oh yeah.
I can see it being banned by a lot of teams because it's the slower hidden map.
Exactly, but let's see the other hidden map. I think that the choice is not going to be that easy because yeah, let's just wait and see for the next hidden map. It's going to be a quite an interesting choice. Thank you, Mappoolers, for making this Mappool.
Oh geez.
Oh geez.
And the next one is Lone Wake 3 by the Flash Block. The mapper is Midnight and star rating is 3.32. OD and HP is 5, 6. BPM is 200.
Exactly. I think this map is going to be the most picked one between the heatings because you have a higher BPM. It's just that there's a few parts here and there in this map that you have a few weird snappings and you might trick some people, and if you're not careful, you might get some stupid misses or drop your accuracy. So it is a higher BPM map with HD, so it's going to be easier for those that are not used to this mod. But yeah, weird snappings. Weird snapping. So that's why I don't think that the choice between like which HD to map is going to be like that easy, because there's a little intricacies and little points here and there in this map that you might prefer to do the other one. Since the other one is like, even though it's low BPM, it's more constant. You don't have any surprises. It's quite the standard map, but it's a low BPM map with HD. This one you have like it's a high BPM map, but it's a little bit tricky.
Yeah, very unusual rhythm somewhere in the map, so yeah, be careful. But it's pretty fun for me, I think.
Yeah, it's quite fine. It's just not like if you're not used to some changes and some snappings, you might end up like dropping NCC a little bit
Yeah, or even miss.
yeah. Like GameLand said, I asked that to first try the slow one. This took me like 50 retrays. That's exactly the point. Like here in this part, sorry, it's just like obviously I'm also watching the stream, so it's going to be a little bit delayed. But around like the 460 nodes or something like this, you have like some changes in snappings as well. So, like I said, it might get a little bit tricky.
Yeah, the snap is really interesting. I like this.
Yeah, that's why it's going to be a little bit tricky. And
Yeah,
let's see
well
how it
done.
goes. Let's see how the bans are going to go for the hitting part. And we're now going into hard rock territory, and I unfortunately wasn't able to see everything because I had a few troubles myself with my computer, and I didn't have enough time as well. So sorry.
Yeah, it's Shinobi Kill by Sonolik featuring Nana Takahashi.
Exactly.
And the mapper is EA. How you
It's,
read that?
it's not actually, yeah, his name is actually Hiroki, but he's a Brazilian. He's a Brazilian mapper. He was the former #1 Brazilian tackle player. He's now the #2.
Yes, the starting is 3.24. OD7 HP is 7.7. Yeah, with hard rock mode.
Yep.
The BPM is 164 and 2 minutes long.
It's kinda of a slow hard rock map since it's 164 BPM. We don't have any difficult patterns as well throughout the map. You have just a few doubles and triples. But yeah, the problem with hard rock, as you all know, it's the OD, which is going to be higher, and therefore it's way more difficult to get the ACC perfect.
Yeah, pretty good hard rock map, I think. It's not really difficult though to read that, but yeah.
Sorry guys, I'll be right back. Just again, emergency issues, trouble issues actually. Damn it, work issues. Sorry.
No problem.
Just a quick second.
It's okay.
We had a question in chat, which was, what's the average star rating of the Mappool? Any idea?
Sorry, I'm going to reply this one because I was able to hear it. I think that the average star rating it's around 3.3, 3.5. It's not that difficult, but it's not that hard. You have to take into account that this tournament is between the rank 10,000 to the 3,500. So you have quite a lot of skill range, quite a big skill range. So yeah. Sorry, Jay. I apologize. But yeah, let's go to the second hard rock map. And I still haven't resolved my issue here.
It's another Japanese song. I barely can read it. So yeah, that's it, guys.
Well,
Read by yourself.
sorry, guys. Cover for me this one, please. Thanks.
All right, so we've met our Toho quota.
Yeah, maps from Karipan, I think. Yeah, it's 3.22, OD7 and SP7. BPM is 119 and 3 minutes long. Yeah, it's just fast BPM hard rock thing. The pattern is pretty consistent, so yeah, just simple math. So just read it carefully and you are good. Not much to say about this. Anon X is unworking right now, so yeah, this will be only me. So have fun, guys.
So, since we've got a minute or two, want to go over how matches work? Is the group stage best of 5 or 7? Do you know?
It's probably best of 5.
Sorry, guys, I'm back. I really apologize.
Oh,
So, yeah, the matches are going to be best
So
of
yeah,
7. I did the translation, so I had to read like the entire rules, but I'm not quite sure right now. Best of 9. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks, Bedware.
last year was
Yeah,
best of
Game
7.
for Sid is best of 7.
Yeah. So this one is quite. It's a little bit bigger, I guess. So best of 9 matches. We're going to have like as you probably already know, we're going to have a group stage. The first 2 teams of each group stage, they are going to proceed to the elimination stages. And in the elimination stages, we're going to have a double bracket elimination. So we have a winner's bracket and we have a loser's bracket as well. It's quite standard throughout like the it's quite the standard between like the tournaments. So yeah, I didn't get to see like all the groups, but I saw some, and we had quite some interesting groups. So I'm quite excited to see like the matches. So 1 week from now, we're going to start seeing some really nice matches in the group stages. The differences between this year and the last one, I think what the main reason it's one of the 2 main differences. It's the team count. We have a lot more teams this year, and also we had the opportunity to have like Team A and Team B from different countries. I think Indonesia, France, United States. Do you guys remember any other?
Poland.
Poland. Thank you.
Poland.
So
Poland B.
So yeah, even if your team is if even if one of your teams is eliminated, you can just support the other one.
Yeah, double time
Double time.
is a K-pop.
Now the best map of Mappool. So it says Kabuto. Let's say
Yeah,
let's see the first.
the first double time is a K-pop. Obviously, it's a Kapu map. Oh no, it's Blackburn.
It's
Blackburn.
Blackpink.
Yes,
Blackpink.
Blackpink by Blackner. What?
So even though it's a double time, you guys can clearly see that it's quite a even with double time, it's quite a slow map. So you're not going to have any issues like, but as the same thing as the hard rock. In the hard rock, you have like an increase in the SV and the OG. Here in double time, the SV doesn't really increase. You increase the BPM and the OG. So game land, I saw the game land hit 100 there. Not good game land, not good. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed. I just cannot believe that you did it.
Yeah, this
Yeah, he 100, man. Oh my god.
this map is obviously made for this tournament, I think, because you know the div name is also IGTS version. So yeah, K-pop for IGTS 2019.
But I
Imagine
like
that,
the
guys.
I like
Imagine
the
that.
K-pop. I like the K-pop pick. I think it's an interesting one. It's a different one, and you don't usually see K-pop in the tournaments. So K-pop poggers.
Well, a lot of the lower ranges, you end up actually having a lot of K-pop as double time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, blame Kapu for this. This is not my choice or even bad beer. It's Kapu. It's himself. No, there will be another K-pop song for another pool. So good luck, guys.
Okay, double time number 2.
Here we go. Sorry guys for not being that active. Like I tell you, I'm that voice. I apologize.
Yeah, next map is another Japanese. Hanawa Odore ya Irohaniho by Team Hanayamata.
Now this is actually not actually. I mean, yeah, this is a double time properly, like with higher BPM, and yeah, you're like, I mean, you have to be really strong with accuracy in this one as well. Although I think that double time with higher BPM, like, but it's still an acceptable BPM, is going to be a little bit easier. As far as I see, you don't have any really difficult patterns or anything like this.
Yeah, simple speed map and it's anime, so yeah.
Yeah. Could you please confirm how much is the BPM on this one?
With S with double time is 240.
140 BPM. Yeah, that's
240.
a BPM map.
So it's
That's definitely a BPM map.
it's 160 base.
160 base.
So it's,
Yeah.
it's a little slow with no mod. So it makes sense double
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. And since it's 240 BPM, not everyone can actually take this quite easily. So there might be some people who might choose to alternate these 1-2 patterns. I don't think we're going to see a lot of it, maybe none at all. But if you choose to alternate like the whole thing, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult because we have like a little bit longer strings in 1-2, like I saw, and not really easy ones. I saw like a DKK one. and yeah, you have to be a skilled player to be able to alternate everything and be able to do all of those patterns. So I think it's going to be. I think those that are going to play this map, they are probably going to try to single tap the 1-2s and try to do 1-3 alternating as usual. But it's definitely like a really good choice for those that are playing against slower players. And yeah, it's a strong pick. It's probably I think it's going to be one of the double times that is going to be picked more often. Probably, I think. I
Yeah,
guess
because it's just a simple map. So yeah,
it is a simple map, but yeah,
for
240
me, not,
BPM.
I'm not gonna ban this for sure
Yeah,
because
because you have 240 BPM with higher OD as well. So let's see. Don't forget that it's only problematic for KDDK, and exactly. Thank you, Corey, for reminding me of this huge issue. I'm a KDDK player myself, so yeah. Sorry, I thought I would look into the KDDK perspective. But yeah, if you're a DDKK, you can easily alternate this with no big issues. Alternate question mark, alternate, not really, but yeah.
All right, we're on Fremont now.
And we're on Fremont, yes. And let's see that we have 3 Fremonts, and let's see like the Fremonts they are probably going to be played with HD and HR for some higher ranked players.
yeah, it's Shambun Zakura by Giga P featuring Greatness. The mapper is South Saga Kun G, I think. The starting is 3.31. HP and OD is 5. So yeah,
And
the
how
BPM
much-
is 175 and it's 2 minute long. Good luck.
So it's a 5 OD 175 BPM. Yeah, you can either play it with HD or HR. It's quite acceptable to play this with hard rock with no big issues. Only obviously if you're used to playing hard rock. And I
Yeah,
don't
this
think
one
it's
is probably for hard rock pick.
exactly. I don't think it's that low to be played with heating as well. But I think it's going to be a little bit difficult if you play with hard rock and heating because you're going to have higher OD. So OD7 is probably going to be OD5 actually. So it's going to be OD7 point something with HR.
Yeah, it will be OD7 and SP7 for hard rock map. Hard rock mode.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like Cracker already replied, it's only HD, HR, or both of them. And like I said before, when a free mod is picked, at least one of the players has to play with a mod. And DT is not available, or flashlight as well. So this map is also a quite standard one. You don't have any bigger surprises. You don't have any difficult patterns. You have mostly triplets, monocolor, full down or full cuts, and yeah, no bigger surprises. So it's going to be, I think, a nice pick to be played with HDHR. But as I said, you have to be quite used to the OD. So your accuracy must be on point.
Yeah, it's just a normal Muzugashi thing.
Yeah.
Just normal one. Nothing special, just basic pattern like triplet monos, ADC. Yeah, just play this map with hard rock and we are good.
Yeah, quite the standard map. Quite the standard map, and like I said, it can be played. Oh, static score 999,999. And let's go to Happy.
Happy time was overnight by Nanamorichu Go Rakubu. a Japanese anime. The mapper is Airy. Starting is
Aaron.
3.23. OD and SP is 5. BPM is 190 and it's 2 minutes long.
190, way more comfortable to be played with hidden, but also can be played with HR for those again that are used to it. I think it's a little bit more risky to be played with HD and HR, but if you're confident enough in your scores, obviously you guys are going to train during this weekend and see how it goes. But well, if you're comfortable with the score and if you feel that both of the players on your team can play this map well, I think it's a strong pick. It should be played with both mods. But I think it's more comfortable to be played with hitting if you're used to it, because it's a higher BPM map, higher 190 BPM, but it's you don't have ring snappings, you don't have 1/3, you don't have doubles, you basically only have, you don't have difficult patterns, you basically only have certain patterns with a little bit more higher, BPM count.
Yeah, this is the perfect map for hidden, I think, for free mod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double mod on this is probably hard, but if someone will do it, I hope so. Someone will do double mod.
I feel like this map is a little bit shorter than the other ones. How long is this map?
It's 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, so we're hitting the 2 minute mark.
Yeah,
And
just normal TV size. Yeah.
and now again we received a perfect score from Bedware, 999.
Yeah, this is the last free mod map.
No, it's the second free mod map. We have another one because we have 3 free mods. Just coming in, just again going again. We have 4 no mods in this pool: 2 double time, 2 hidden, 2 hard rock, and 3 free mods. You can each team can ban 1 map, and here we have the 3rd free mod. Boy, could you give me the map information, please?
Yeah, sure. It's Future River by Lapix. The mapper is Arrival. Yeah. French guy. Starting is 3.11 ODSP 5 and 5. BPM is 165. It's almost 4 minutes long.
Oh, so we have a longer map, and we also have SV changes. So those
Yeah,
that are
nice map for free mod, I think.
yeah, that's free mod, and thank you, Gamelet. Thank you very much for your sub. We thank you a lot. To those that don't know yet, we are now a decent channel.
Yeah, we need money, so yeah, thanks.
You guys are able to subscribe if you want to, and yeah, although just as a clarification, all the money that we get goes to the prize pools for future editions of this tournament. Okay, to those that don't know it as well, we not only are going to have the second edition of IGTS, but we're also going to have the first edition of AGTS, Advanced Global Tackle Showdown. It's going to be in 2 months from now, 1 month, 2 months from now. So yeah, for this one we have a rank range of between like 3,500 and 500, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, on this channel you're going to see like all of the tournaments, all the GTS tournaments are going to be streamed here. So this map is quite the interesting one. I really like this map. So you have a lot of SV changes. I think this map, if you're going to play with a mod, you're probably going to play with hard rock, because it's going to be hella difficult for those that are, especially for those that are not used to hidden, to play this one with the hidden mod. I think it's going to be quite difficult. And so if you're going in the safe If we're trying to be safe, you're probably going to pick Hard Rock. But this free mod might be an option to be banned as well. Yeah, I think this map's quite a complex one. So
Yeah, because the
I think it's
SV
quite a
catch
bit.
is a bit hard to handle,
Yeah,
especially
I think-
for hidden.
yeah.
This is bannable map, so yeah, good luck, guys.
Yeah, if you guys think that that Architect is a bit difficult because of the SB changes, not only because of the SB changes, because we have the grid snappings as well on that one, but you'll have way more SB changes on this one than Architect. So again, if you're not used to SB changes and if you're not used to hidden, I wouldn't recommend you playing with the hidden mod on this one. And it's also quite a long map. So
Yeah, just ban this map, so you are good.
yeah.
It's also the longest map, I think, except tiebreaker. So yeah, it's almost 4
And
minutes.
yes, let's go to the tiebreaker now, guys. Tiebreaker hype. I
Yeah,
know-
here we go. The last map in our list is the tiebreaker.
So tiebreaker hype. Boy, map information, please.
Yeah, it's Chrono Diver Pendulums Usao Remix by Usao himself. The mapper is Jordan. The starting is 3.62. OD and SP is 5. The BPM is 184 and it's almost 5 minutes.
Almost 5 minutes long, so classical tiebreaker. Let's see how it goes. It's a little bit more difficult compared to the other maps,
Yeah.
as normal.
Obviously, this map is also made for us. Like the difficulty name is IGTS remix version.
We have a special one, yes. But yeah, so this map basically 4 minutes long. Sorry, what's the BPM of this map?
184.
84. Yeah, so you also have like the average BPM as well.
Average.
You have a little bit of SV changes. Again, I'm not. I didn't see this map before, so I'm basically just checking out on stream.
And some triple is DDK and KKD, so
Yeah,
not
okay.
mono guys. So yeah.
Yeah, you have a little bit have some differences than compared to the other triplets, but since this map is 3.60 star rating SR, so yeah, we're going to expect some differences. You see some doubles as well, and
We had a question about the mods for this map for tiebreakers.
Yeah, it's
yes.
just free mod, I think.
yes, it is free mod. You can either play with
Hidden or
hard rock
hard
or
rock.
yes, you can play with the same mods, free mod one, the free mod choice, but you're not obliged to. You're not obligated, sorry, to play with mods. You can play it or not.
Yeah, the mapper is Jory. The last, his last name is Jory, not
Yeah,
Jordan.
if you're looking to a mod, like if you're thinking about picking a mod to play this map, maybe hidden would be okay, because you do have some SCV changes, but they're not drastic and they are not as big as the last map that we saw, the third free mod. So I think it's more playable with HD, but again, you have to be used to the mod to play it confidently. 185, sorry, BPM. I think it's in.
So to be clear, because we
Very
had
long and training.
some confusion last year. Mods are allowed but optional. You don't have to play with a mod, but you can play with a mod.
Yeah, you can play with no mods.
Okay.
It can be played with Hard Rock, but you have to take into account if it's worth it to maybe drop a little bit of your accuracy and also a couple of misses throughout the map in exchange of maybe a double S or a really high accuracy of your opponent from your opponent. You also have to, you have to take into account these things. So you have like a few doubles throughout the map. The triplets, they're not actually that difficult. It's mostly either DDD, KKK, or DDK, and a couple of doubles that you have throughout the map is also some easy ones, DD. So yeah. Also, guys, as Kasumi posted in the chat, we have the Pick'em challenge. You can predict which teams are going to get out of the groups, so feel free to go there and make your bets. So that's basically it. We're now closing on the tiebreaker. I think it's a really nice one. It's a long one. It's a standard one. You have a little surprises here and there, a little bit of SV changes, but I think it is a tiebreaker that is playable with either Hidden or Hard Rock. So I think that's it for the map pool. Thank you very much, guys, for watching and staying with us today. And yeah, any comments, guys? ITGT boy.
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
All good.
that's all. Don't forget to pick my map for warm ups, guys. Thanks.
I made a really nice map some time ago that was played as a warm up in the Thai World Cup match between Germany and Brazil.
Night.
So feel free to play them as well. It's going to be pretty nice. So yeah, once again, Gameland reminded us we are our channel is available for subscribing. So yeah, feel free to do it if you want to. And thank you guys for staying with us, for watching us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep. So check the Discord for schedules. I believe you can reschedule if needed. There will be more
Yes.
information in the Discord. Just check the announcements. And if you have questions, ask.
Please ask, guys. Please ask.
Yeah.
Don't leave it until like
See
the
ya,
last
gamers.
the day before the match. Thank you, Gameland. I love you too. And Mappool is on. Feel free to go and play and train, and we'll see you guys next week. And just like ITGT said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask on Discord, ping any of us, and yeah, we're there. So see you guys. Thank you.
See everybody next week.
See you. Bye bye.